My previous video got cut off when my phone rebelled. So I was talking about how we're winning and how by the communists that have been cultivating this anti-American, anti-free speech, anti-constitutional narrative through entertainment, through news, through our universities and school programs, that they have been changing the face, not the face, that's a bad, changing the character of the American people. They've used a lot of shame to create this hypersensitive PC culture. You know, they have propagated lies upon lie upon lie. This fake news thing, it didn't start when Trump came around. It's been going on for a long time. You know, I got a saying, all news is fake since Walter Cronkite died. You know, that I remember the days when a journalist had ethics, when he didn't dare voice his opinion. He just reported the news. When people sought out truth, when truth was the number one thing, not ratings. When truth was what they looked for, not a way to further their opinions or further their political goals. That through the infiltration, control of our entertainment and news industry, they've been able to control us. They've been able to change who we are as a people. But they've only had limited success, honestly. They changed a lot of people. They got a lot of people messed up. A lot of people with messed up thinking. But the heroes of this saga are the alternative news sources. Breitbart, InfoWars, people that aren't afraid to tell the truth and to get to the bottom of things. Project Veritas. God's hand's got to be on that guy because he's exposing them, and I think he's just getting wound up. And the greatest awakening of all has been among the American people. The thing that shocks me the most about this channel is how many, like, full of American pride patriots are alive and well, and they understand this technology and they're utilizing it. Let me tell you, YouTube may silence me. You know, I got one strike against my channel already, and you know, more could come. But like I said, I'm just going to keep coming at you. You may have to look around to try to find this old hillbilly clown. But I'm not going to stop talking. They can't silence us. And we are winning. There are too many of us. We're going to get our country back. I think the things I said yesterday in my video that I think Trump ought to do are things that Trump is probably going to do to one degree or another. I believe that the patriotic members of the FBI and all of the alphabet soup, parts of our government, they can't all be compromised. There's got to be heroes there. They're willing to stand up and stop them from tearing our country apart. We have got to have the right to free speech. We have got to have the right to bear arms. Those two things working together is what makes America work. It's what makes America America. Because, ultimately the Second Amendment is to protect the First Amendment. That's the only thing that guarantees our free speech is we're willing to fight for the right for free speech and have the means to fight for our right for free speech. That we won't be bullied and we won't be cowed. Congratulations to all of you that have been awakened. I think the greatest thing that I have done since I started this channel was to bring this to people's attention. They had no idea there was a communist plot brewing to overthrow our government. And now it's all coming to light. I do think Hillary Clinton will be prosecuted. I hope that if Obama has anything to do with this, they get him. And I do believe that the righteous within our own country are rising up in opposition. These people thought they had the majority, and really they've got a minority with a much larger group that are fooled. I think a lot of people on the left are waking up. You need to look no further than to look at my channel and see my slide from left of center to clearly right of center. You know, I picked a side and it wasn't the one they thought. You know, part of why my friend Evie told me about what she was involved in is because she had hopes that she could convert me to her way of thinking. Yeah, that guy that came to me all those years ago down in Texas and offered me all that money and all that fame and everything I ever wanted, you know, it was like I felt it was a moment of temptation. But at my core, I'm unbuyable. I don't think they can buy the American people, and I don't think they can fool us for long. And we are waking up by the thousands to reclaim our country and our great, you know, it's to make America great again. God, I'm quoting Trump. Yeah, you can watch. Look at my videos. You can see how all of this has moved me towards righteousness. Because really, honestly, this isn't a right-left thing. This is an American versus communist thing. A fight that me and my family are quite aware of and have been involved in, and we thought we'd won it and it was over, but it was sleeping in our own country. Yeah, it's time for the bullies to step aside and stop bullying us. Stop telling us what we can and cannot say. Stop telling us what we can and cannot do. Stop reinventing history. Stop changing the past to try to create some new future. We like America, and we don't want to give it up, and we will fight you. So this was the second half of my previous video, the longest video ever, and my phone cut me off. It should have all been in one take, and I hope you get to see both halves. But yeah, I've come out of the shadows. Won't you come out of the shadows too? And let's stand together as Americans and say we aren't going to take this. I'm not saying go out and be violent. In a way, if you do that, they win. But raise your voice. Make your point of view be heard. Talk to the people that you are afraid will ridicule you, even if you got to put on a silly gray beard. God is saving our republic.